Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are discussing about most important and previously asked questions and answers in psychiatry. Before that, if you are not subscribed my channel, please subscribe. We can see the questions and answers one by one. And the first question, the psychiatric disorder is a disturbance of, the options are cognition, conation, affect, all of the above. Psychiatric disorder is a disturbance of, and the answer is all of the above. That is, psychiatric disorder is a disturbance of cognition, conation and affect. The next question, hallucination and illusions are example of, the options are disorder of cognition, disorder of perception, disorder of thought, disorder of speech. The hallucination and illusions are example of, and the answer is disorder of perception. And the hallucination is false perception without stimuli, and illusion is false perception with stimuli. And the next question, which is the commonest type of hallucination? The options are visual hallucination, auditory hallucination, tactile hallucination and all of the above. Which is the most common type of hallucination? And the answer is auditory hallucination. Auditory hallucination is most common type. And the next question, hallucination occurring while going to sleep is termed as, the options are hypnagogic, hypnopompic, both A and B and hyperactive. The hallucination occurring while going to sleep is termed as, and the answer is hypnagogic. And the hypnopompic hallucination is hallucination occurring while getting up from sleep. And the next question, strange sensation described by the patient as being imposed on the body by some external agency is termed as, and the options are depersonalization, derealization, somatic passivity phenomenon, misinterpretation. The strange sensation described by the patient as being imposed on the body by some external agency is termed as, and the answer is somatic passivity phenomenon. The next question, newly formed words or phrases, those derivation cannot be understood. And the options are delusion, neologism, paraphasia, word approximation. Newly formed words or phrases, those derivation cannot be understood. And the answer is neologism. And the next question, normal words are used in an unconventional or distorted way, but its derivation can be understood. The options are neologism, word approximation, paraphasia, both B and C. Normal words are used in an unconventional or distorted way, but its derivation can be understood. And the answer is both B and C. This is called as word approximation or paraphasia, and the example is describing stomach as a food vessel. The next question, mutism means, the options are no speech production, decreased speech production, speech amount adequate, persistent repetition of words. The mutism means, and the answer is no speech production. The decreased speech production is termed as poverty of speech. And the next question, speech amount is adequate but content conveys little information is termed as, the options are poverty of ideation, preservation, verbigeration, perseveration. The speech amount is adequate but content conveys little information is termed as, and the answer is poverty of ideation. The next question, repetition or echoing by the patient of the words or phrases of examiner. The options are echolalia, perseveration, verbigeration, monotonic. Repetition or echoing by the patient of the words or phrases of examiner. And the answer is echolalia. The next question, Persistent repetition of words beyond their relevance. The options are verbigeration, perseveration, echolalia, echopraxia. Persistent repetition of words beyond their relevance. And the answer is perseveration. We can see the verbigeration also. The verbigeration is senseless repetition of same words or phrases over and over again. The next question, false unshakable belief which are not in keeping with patient's socio-cultural and educational background. The options are delirium, deja vu, derealization and delusion. False unshakable belief which are not in keeping with the patient's socio-cultural and educational background. And the answer is delusion. And the next question, inability to experience pleasure in any activity is. The options are anhedonia, apathy, avolition and agnosia. Inability to experience pleasure in any activity. And the answer is anhedonia. And the next question, lack of emotional feeling is. The options are anhedonia, apathy, avolition and apraxia. Lack of emotional feeling is. Answer is apathy. The next question, repetition, echo or mimicking of actions observed is called. The options are echolalia, echopraxia, ambitendency, both A and B. Repetition, echo or mimicking of actions observed is called. And the answer is echopraxia. The next question, parts of body can be placed in position that will be maintained for long period of time even if any uncomfortable, flexible like wax is called. The options are rigidity, echopraxia, waxy flexibility, echolalia. The parts of body can be placed in a position that will be maintained for long period of time even if very uncomfortable, flexible like wax is called. The answer is waxy flexibility. And the next question, functional increase of which neurotransmitter result in schizophrenia? The options are acetylcholine, norepinephrine, serotonin and dopamine. Functional increase of which neurotransmitter result in schizophrenia? And the answer is dopamine. And the next question, a subjective feeling that an experience which is occurring for the first time has been experienced before. The options are delirium, dementia, deja vu, jamais vu. A subjective feeling that an experience which is occurring for the first time has been experienced before. And the answer is deja vu. And jamais vu is failure to recognize events that has been encountered before. In the next question, the pattern of communication that is demonstrated by the speaker's inclusion of many irrelevant and unnecessary details in his speech before he comes to the point. The options are circumstantiality, tangentiality, tardive dyskinesia and clang association. Pattern of communication that is demonstrated by the speaker's inclusion of many irrelevant and unnecessary details in his speech before he comes to the point. And the answer is circumstantiality. The tangentiality is a form of thinking or speech in which the client tends to wander away from the intended point and never returning into the original idea. This is all about circumstantiality and tangentiality. In the circumstantiality, the speaker returning to the original topic, but in tangentiality, thought diverged from the topic and never came to the original topic. In the next question, global impairment of cognitive functioning that is progressive and interfere with social and occupational abilities. The options are dementia, delirium, delirium tremens, all of the above. Global impairment of cognitive functioning that is progressive and interfere with social and occupational abilities. And the answer is dementia. And the next question, state of mental confusion and excitement that happens in a short period of time and is characterized by disorientation for time and place, usually with illusion and hallucination. The options are dementia, delirium, delirium tremens, none of the above. A state of mental confusion and excitement that happens in a short period of time and is characterized by disorientation of time and place, usually with illusion and hallucination. And the answer is delirium. The delirium and dementia are organic mental disorders. And the next question, which neurotransmitter is decreased in depression? The options are acetylcholine, dopamine, serotonin and norepinephrine. Which neurotransmitter is decreased in depression? And the answer is norepinephrine. And the next question, a subjective sense that the environment is strange or unreal, a feeling of changed reality is. The options are depersonalization, derealization, disorientation, and all of the above. A subjective sense that the environment is strange or unreal, a feeling of changed reality is. The answer is derealization. And depersonalization is a person's subjective sense of being unreal, strange or unfamiliar. That's all about derealization and depersonalization. And the next question, the habitual tendency to be anxious in general is called. The options are trait anxiety, state anxiety, generalized anxiety, none of the above. The habitual tendency to be anxious in general is called. And the answer is trait anxiety. The next and last question, which of the following nutritional deficiency result in delirium? The options are thiamine, folic acid, pyridoxine and all of the above. Which of the following nutritional deficiency result in delirium? And the answer is all of the above. Thank you friends. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel for more videos. Please like and share this video. Thank you.